If you were having coffee with me, I'd be glad to have you visit and invite you to fill at home and inquire how the long weekend has been, or it's been business as usual. I've been losing track of days. Last Thursday felt like a Friday, Friday felt like Saturday, and Saturday like a Sunday, and today feels weird. It was a very low-key Easter weekend without the usual festivities that normally make this time of the year feel festive. While lockdown restrictions have eased, people were encouraged very persuasively by the government and police to neither travel nor gather. Boarding school students were to remain at school and were not allowed to travel home, and parents barred from visiting because, well, COVID. If you're having coffee with me, I'll tell you that I'm so glad I'm not in school right now. It seems such a weird time to be a learner. I worry about the state of our education system, especially as learners proceeded to the next level after missing out on two-thirds of the school calendar last term due to lockdown and COVID. I was helping out my 8-year-old niece with her homework and got a bit stuck looking at these awkwardly written assignments from their teacher, which had me thinking not only about the teachers, but the kind of learners that this system would graduate. I mean, just look at that. Upon asking my niece if the teacher had explained any of this, I was shocked to realize that the teachers were outsourcing the actual teaching of pupils to the parents and guardians. Those who want their child to get extra lessons from the teacher would have to pay. Of course, the government and Ministry of Education frowns upon such activities. But will the Department of Education be in every classroom to ensure that a teacher does not pick up only those students whose parents have paid extra for the extra lessons to come sit in front of class and get one-on-one coaching and get homework assignments using WhatsApp, while the rest of the class is left to figure it out? If you're having coffee with me, I'll tell you that I was reading an article in the Sunday Mail on how, according to the latest government report, 4,959 teenagers got pregnant in January and February this year, while an additional 1,774 got into early marriages. What is more worrying is how I haven't read about at least 1,000 men being arrested on statutory rape and other charges, as the teenagers are minors, obviously. So who's marrying and who's allowing it? While the government amended the Education Act in August 2020 so that no student is expelled from school on grounds of pregnancy, since the first lockdown began, a shocking number of girls have dropped out of school. A lot of following up, counseling, therapy, and support is going to be needed. But who has time for that? If you're having coffee with me, I would ask you if you ran into news about the Evergreen ship which was stuck in the Suez Canal. I watched a video of kids suggesting various solutions on how the problem could have been tackled and was fascinated to see young minds at work. And again, I was reminded of how we stay stuck following old ways of doing things with no room for innovation and thinking out of the box. The government has opened up some COVID vaccination centers across the country, and the number of vaccinations has increased a lot in the past week. I'm going to find out if there's a place to get one of those jabs, and I might just get one myself. Have you gotten your shot yet? Meanwhile, a Seke South clinic in Chitungwiza is under investigations as 457 certificates have gone missing. A street rate for buying a COVID vaccination certificate is at about $25, while getting the vaccine is free. Why would anyone buy a vaccine card? Well, word on the street is that the vaccination cards is said to become valuable currency a passport one requires to provide and to access services. Already, I've seen reports on how some clinics are running out of the vaccination cards for those vaccinated, and people are being told they'll be available by the time they get their second vaccine. Why are they running out of the cards, but not the vaccines? Sips my coffee. If you're having coffee with me, I'll ask you how your Easter holiday has been and what the connection between Easter, Easter bunnies, and Easter eggs is.